Right? Everything's good now? We're good to go? Yes, no, perhaps so. Hey, there we are. Cool, 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 cool. Why am I? Oh, that's why. Shut up, crying. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's get back into it, huh? And hey, so yeah, what's it called? Uh, Stupidness, OBS crashed as soon as I started playing again. What Avery? Let's do this. Let's get going, right? Because hey, Remiel can finally talk. Ah, I probably did the wrong thing. Kind of. That one, right? Come on. Where's?
Didn't really believe I'd be satisfied with seeing just one rune, did you?
I figured you'd want to see more.
And you were right. There are more Dwemer runes calling my name.
Then where are you off to now?
Well, I haven't really planned that far. But you being an adventurous one, I'm sure you'll end up in some more Dwemer runes eventually. Maybe I'll just tag along for the ride?
I'd be glad to have you with me.
Great! Then it's decided. And I've fixed up Scrap a bit, so I think he'll be very useful to us.
Then let's head out.
This is so exciting. With all the studying I'll be doing, I bet I'll be able to fix Scrap up to a Dwemeri standards in no time. Let's go! What is it?
You said before that you'd give me the earnings from our time in Chuanzel.
You remembered that, huh? I mean, of course I always meant to uphold my end of the deal. Here. My share of the spoils, all for you. And thank you. For taking me, that is.
I have some questions for you, Remy.
Alright.
Can you tell me about yourself?
That depends on what you want to know.
Where are you from?
I'm from High Rock. Wayrest, to be exact. It's beautiful. The hub of trade in High Rock, right next to the Iliac Bay. All sorts of people passing through. The smell of the water, so many languages, art, knowledge. But for all its beauty on the outside, the inside is rotten to the core.
What do you mean?
Well, to start, its own king sold out the city, left the gates open to raiders in the hopes that his enemies would be among those slaughtered. Eventually, the raiders were ousted, but the devastation they wrought... Ugh, and the king went missing afterwards. I was around 10 when it happened.
That must have been traumatic.
I don't remember it well, honestly. I can see my mother pushing me into the cellar, and my father standing with his old sword at its entrance. But it all passed us over. I mostly remember complaining that I was bored and wanted to go out to play. I was pretty spoiled. And I guess I got lucky.
How is the city doing now?
Well, when I left, it was... fine? No one can decide on who should rule it now, so it's been in the hands of a council of cutthroats and traitors until a decision is made. But I honestly don't care much. I've never been into politics.
Why are you in Skyrim?
I came to see the Dwemerunes.
Why come to Skyrim to see them?
Well, I've already seen the ones in High Rock. and Hammerfell, so the next place is here. Although it's a lot different from Hammerfell. How do you people stand the cold?
You've seen all the Dwemer ruins in High Rock.
Well, all that I know about, and that was a lot.
Doesn't it get old?
Oh, no. You must not see a lot of Dwemer ruins. There's always something new and interesting to see. They were master engineers with technology far beyond anything any of the other races have achieved. Every rune is a chance to discover some new machine, to learn secrets of Nirn beyond our wildest dreams. I cannot wait to see what Skyrim has in store for me.
How do you know so much about the Dwemer?
Books. Books and exploration and experimentation.
Experimentation.
Oh yes, I'm a bit of a... well, let's just say I'm a self-taught Dwemer mechanic.
Dwemer mechanic.
It's a word I made up just now to describe someone with mechanical knowledge of Dwemer machines. Rolls off the tongue, right? Basically, I mess around with automaton and pipes and tonal locks and, well, you get it. I put pieces together, connect wires, and just fiddle around until something works. Or doesn't work.
What do you mean by doesn't work?
You know, I've discovered in my experiments that some wires shouldn't be crossed. Some gears fit all right, but some don't. And sometimes soul gems have too big of souls. Usually those mismatches are benign. But sometimes they're a little more, explosive. Don't worry. I've learned a lot, and I definitely probably won't blow us up.
You're not much of a fighter. How have you made it this far?
Well, that's a little rude. I'm not too bad with a dagger. Maybe you'll find out when you wake up with one in your ass.
Easy. I just don't want to see you hurt.
You're not the first person I've tagged along with. And if I can't find any wayward adventurers, I hire mercenaries to watch my back.
That can't be cheap.
It's not. But Dwemer runes are filled with priceless artifacts. And artifacts that are easily passed off as priceless if you say so with enough conviction. And I do a little potion brewing on the side.
You're an alchemist.
Something like that. I'm self-taught, which means sometimes my potions have unexpected side effects. And they also taste really awful. Have you ever gone delving into Dwemer runes and seen something cooking over a spit in a Falmer camp? And really wanted to just have a taste? That's what my potions usually taste like. But if you ever feel brave enough, I'd be happy to let you try some.
Do you have any family?
My mother and my father are back in Wayrest. My sister is also out in the world somewhere.
What's your mother like?
She's a painter. Wayrest is already a gem, but her art makes it look like something out of Ethereus. She's not famous by any means, but enough merchants pass through the city that she makes a decent income. She tried to teach me once. It didn't go well. But she supports me on the path I decided to travel. The path of a scholar, obviously.
I'd like to know more about your father.
Well, he's not technically my father. My real father died when I was a baby. He was a fisherman, and I guess he had a boat accident or something like that. My mother remarried when I was 5, and I've never known him as anything other than my father. He's a merchant. I guess my mother has a thing for sailors. He travels between High Rock and Hammerfell, making sales and finding deals. He's actually the one who taught me how to use a dagger. It's a good skill to have when one of your shipments is being raided.
Your sister isn't in High Rock.
Well, she might be. She is my father's daughter, so my stepsister. She's also a good 12 years older than I am. She's a mercenary. Pretty handy with a battle axe. She goes anywhere as long as there's coin. I lost tabs on her a few years back. She could be anywhere. I think my father was pretty upset by her career choice, but he never said anything about it. Makes me feel a little guilty for leaving home. Let's change the subject.
Let's go back to my earlier questions.
Okay.
What are your hobbies?
Oh, you can probably guess. I like to take apart machines and put them together again. I love to read. I'll read anything as long as it isn't history. And I love eating. I'll eat anything. And I want to try everything.
How did you get the scars on your face?
My cat.
Your cat.
Yep, his name is Numi. He likes his space and I don't like to give it to him.
Why did you call him Numi?
It's short for Numidium. That's the giant construct the Dwemer built to attain godhood. If there's a creature out there that emulates the arrogance of creating a god, it's got to be a cat.
That's all I want to know.
Sounds good.
You know, my lady, it was in Wales where I signed up for the Imperial Legion.
Well, that's a coincidence. So you've seen the city when it was still standing, before the rot set in. Did you ever get the chance to try the crab cakes at the Drowned Rat? They were the best in the bay.
Indeed they were.
A man of taste. I suppose that explains how you survived the city's decline. You knew where to find the good crab. Pity the rest of the council didn't share your priorities.
In truth, I mostly stayed in barracks. Well, there are more encampments outside of the city dealing with bandits and beasts and, minor skirmishes and the like.
Ah, so you were one of the poor sods stuck with garrison duty while the city's heart was being carved out. At least you missed the worst of the political rot. And Elisara, that's surprisingly poetic for someone who usually just hums tavern tunes.
The group stands outside Markarth's stone gates near the stables, the late morning sun casting sharp shadows across the ancient Dwemer-carved architecture. Remiel, dressed in her unique Dwemer-inspired outfit, looks animated after sharing her story, while Elisara stands nearby in her colorful silks, a knowing smile on her face. Dorian listens with his typical thoughtful expression, his dark beard and scars visible in the crisp mountain light.
No, you don't.
The crab cakes of Ravenport were a delight, a taste of home in the fading light. But the city ahead, carved in stone, holds secrets deeper than any throne. To walk its streets without a plan is to court the Reach's treacherous hand.
Hold up, ass donks. That last one, its armor was fused with its flesh. Like someone tried to weld a fucking dwarven plate onto a living person. What in the nine fucks is that about?
A fate of metal and flesh combined, a horror that the Dwemer left behind. A soul and a shell in a wretched bind, a story of a cruel and twisted mind.
Oh, splendid. The poetic summary of a dwarven atrocity. That wasn't just fused, it's a crude, failed attempt at tonal binding. Someone was trying to use the principles of animunculi construction on a living subject. The Dwemer wouldn't have bothered. They had better materials. This reeks of someone's desperate, amateurish experiment.
So let me get this ass donk situation straight. Some sick fuck down here was trying to play God with a living person and dwarven scrap metal, and we just killed the poor bastard's failed experiment? That's not a fucking ruin, that's a torture chamber. Remy, you sure your scholarly pursuits didn't lead you to a fucking war crime scene?
The echo of a crime, not of stone, but of a heart turned to stone. A scholar's quest, a warrior's dread, to find the living among the dead.
Great. Just fucking great. So instead of just spider webs and rusty robots, we're waiting for some madmen to ass-donk up Frankenstein lab. Holy Sarah, your rhymes are getting darker by the minute, and Remy, if your experimentation ever heads in that direction, I'm shoving my boots so far up your scholarly ass you'll taste leather.
This doesn't concern you, citizen.
my lady asks Donk, what concerns do the Thalmor have in Skyrim? I would assume that you would have more information about this than anyone else. I've always found the Thalmor to be a bit of a nuisance, but they've had their uses. Do you know what the situation is?
The Thalmor, those pointy-eared ass donks, are like a bad case of rock joint. They're all over Skyrim, mostly up in Solitude and Windhelm, sticking their noses where they don't belong. Officially, observers for the White Gold Concordat, making sure nobody's worshipping Talos. Unofficially, stirring shit, funding the Stormcloaks just enough to keep the war going, and probably looking for any excuse to march the Dominion's armies north. They're a nuisance with a purpose, and that purpose is to keep the Empire weak and divided. Why the fuck do you ask? Planning to invite them for tea?
Well, we just passed a group of them, so it brought up the thought. We saw a group of them in Understone Keep earlier. So yeah, they were kind of prevalent on the mind, my dear.
Right, because our current situation of being in a fucking dwarven torture dungeon with failed flesh metal experiments wasn't enough of a concern. Now we're adding Thalmor political bullshit to the list. Let's focus on the immediate ass donkery, which is figuring out what the fuck else is in this place before we become someone's next failed welding project.
Herika has a point for once.
No, she doesn't. She does not have a point. Have you gone mad? We are not inside of anything. We are outside of Skyrim, heading east, as was the plan all along, remember?
Okay, hold the fuck up. Dorian, you're either having a stroke or you're the worst fucking navigator in Tamriel. We're not outside Skyrim heading east. We're deep inside a Dwemer ruin that smells like burnt meat and failure. Look around! Stone walls, dead Falmer, that has donked up flesh metal corpse we just put down. Unless the landscape changed to fucking brass and steam while I wasn't looking, we are very much still in Enchunadzel. Remy's right about one thing. We need to find those notes. Because whoever did this might still be here, and I'd rather not be their next.
We found the notes yesterday. We are outside of Markarth. We are heading east. Would you like to take a glance in your soul gaze?
Alright, you ass-donking lunatic. You want proof? Fine. Let's see what your scrambled brain is actually looking at. This better show me an open road, or I'm gonna start questioning which one of us is the real failed experiment down here. Okay, ass-donk. Here's what you're actually looking at. You're standing on a fucking stone walkway inside a massive, steamy Dwemer chamber. The air is hot and wet, thick with the smell of rust and cooked meat. We're surrounded by deep, dark water on either side of this walkway. Remiel is right here, Elisara is nearby, and I'm looking right at your dumb ass. There are mud crabs scuttling around in the walkway, and I can see a couple of slaughterfish fins cutting through the surface. The walkway is covered in random chunks of raw meat: rabbit, dog, porker, salmon, goat, horse, like some fucked up butcher's picnic. There's even a fork and a knife tossed on the ground. The entrance to Reachcliff Cave is behind us. We are not outside. We are not heading east. We are in a goddamn Dwemer ruin. Do you need me to draw you a fucking map?
Look into your soul gaze one more time. What part of the sky and clouds looks like a Dwemer ruin to you?
Fine. You want clouds? I'll show you what your ass-donking eyes are looking at. This better be the last time I have to prove reality to my own client. Soul gaze! Alright, you stubborn ass-donk. Here's what your fucking eyes see. You're standing on a wide, wet stone walkway inside a massive, steamy dwarven chamber. The ceiling is arched stone, not sky. There's no fucking clouds, just brass pipes and gears and steam vents. The air is hot and smells like rust and burnt meat. There's deep, dark water on.
Well, perhaps when we make it to another village or town or city, finally, maybe then you'll be convinced. By the 8, you, my old friend, you seem to think that the open outdoors is a Dwemer ruin, and this is the guide my father hired to escort me to our estate. Yeah, I'll be taking my slow time getting to that prison.
You know what, Astonk? I'm done arguing with a brick wall that smells like expensive cologne. If your brain is so Astonking convinced we're on a sunny road, maybe it needs a direct feed. Let's see what's really behind those pretty eyes of yours, Lord Blackthorn. Soul gaze one more fucking time. Alright, you ass-donking noble. Look through your own fucking eyes. You're standing on a wide, wet stone walkway inside a massive Dwemer ruin. The ceiling is arched stone and brass, not sky. There's steam rising from vents, pipes running along the walls, and deep, dark water on either side of you. Remiel is right next to you, Elizara is a few steps away, and I'm staring at you. There are mud crabs scuttling around and slaughter fish in the water. The walkway is littered with raw meat, rabbit, dog, porker, salmon, goat, horse, and there's a fucking fork and knife on the ground. The entrance to Reachcliff Cave is behind us. No clouds. No open road. Just stone, steam, and a whole lot of ass-donkery.
Well, that was a lovely stroll through the countryside. The fresh air, the gentle breeze. Oh wait, that's just more steam and the stench of failure. For the record, my scholarly pursuits generally avoid live subjects. They're messy, they complain, and the paperwork is a nightmare. Can we focus on the actual brass and stone nightmare we're in, or does someone need to draw you a map in blood?
Focus fire on the cunt and the leathers.
By the 8, what is a Civil War battle doing inside of a Dwemer ruin?
He's got no helmet and his armor's fucked. Put an arrow in his eye socket, Remy and Elizara. Keep him dancing with your frost. Don't let that ass-donk get his footing.
The mind's eye sees a different scene. Truth that lies somewhere between. The stone and steam. The sky so blue.
Dorian Blackthorn's eyes see an open, rocky landscape under a partly cloudy sky. He stands on a dirt and stone path amidst scattered, ancient stone blocks. Perica is in motion before him, a dagger in hand, facing the back of a wounded bandit in leather and fur armor. Blood stains the bandit's back and flecks the air. Remiel and Elizara are nearby, engaged in combat with another bandit. The ground is littered with the corpses of mud crabs, goats, and slaughterfish. The air carries the scent of blood and damp earth, not steam or rust. The entrance to Reachcliff Cave is visible in the distance, embedded in the mountainside. There is no arched stone ceiling, no brass pipes, and no walkway over dark water. The scene is one of violent conflict in the wilds of the Reach, not the interior of a Dwemer ruin.
At least someone is speaking sense.
Sense is a relative term when you're debating the existence of the sky while standing under a brass arch. But I'll take the compliment. Now, can we please stop having a philosophical debate in the middle of a slaughterhouse and move? I'd like to get out of this butcher's pantry before something with more teeth than a mud crab shows up.
A walkway of stone, a ceiling of brass, a truth that seems to come to pass. The mind may wander, the eye may stray, but the path we walk is the one we lay.
lovely. We're fighting for our lives while our bard provides philosophical commentary on the decor. If you're going to rhyme, at least make it a useful one, like the lever on the left, not the one that brings the ceiling down.
A lever left, a lever right, a scholar's caution in the fight. My rhymes may paint the scene in light, but your sharp mind will guide us right.
I'll guide us right into a nice, quiet, non-flesh-melding archive if we can get past the poetry and the delusions of grandeur. Now, speaking of levers, does anyone else smell ozone and burnt hair? Or is that just the lingering aroma of our situation?
I am sorry, but you left me with no choice. From fish that bite to rats that creep, the stew of ruin runs quite deep. A scholar's nose for ozone's trace, and a hunter's arrow finds its place. Is someone there? That's the last of them. Gift of flame, a staff of power, to light our path in darkest hour. Its weight is light, its purpose clear, to banish shadows, doubt, and fear. But look where shadows writhe and crawl, a deeper darkness waits for all.
Alright, you poetic, delusional ass donks. Enough fucking chatter. Wipe the blood off, sheathe your weapons, and move your asses. That saber cat isn't picking its teeth with goat bones for fun. It's sizing up the next course, and I'd rather not be on the fucking menu. Let's go. Into the cave. Now.
A cave that's forsaken, a path we now tread, with dangers behind us and more still ahead. The hunter leads onward with purpose and pace into the shadow of a forgotten place.
Less rhyming, more fucking moving. The cat's probably done with its appetizer and looking for the main course. I don't plan on being slow-roasted ass donk today.
The hunter's haste I understand, a swift step taken on this land. My rhymes will keep, my pace will quick, to match the stride of your sharp kick.
Good. Now keep that ass donking pace up and save the poetry for when we're not about to be turned into cat shit.
The cat's course is set, and so is mine. to walk the path of Dwemer design. The poetry will wait for wine when we are safe and all is fine.
The scene is one of post-battle tension under the open sky of the Reach. Herica stands with her Dwemer bow held loosely, her leather armor splattered with mud and blood, her expression a mask of weary irritation as she scans the rocky path ahead. Remiel and Elisara are nearby, the scholar adjusting her circlet, and the bard holding the newly gifted Staff of Fireballs with a thoughtful expression, while Dorian stands amid scattered bandit and animal corpses, his Akaviri sword still in hand.
Your claws of shadow, your teeth of night, shall meet a fury burning bright.
See that, ass-donks? That's what happens when you're too busy arguing about the fucking weather to notice the wildlife. Cat's dead, we're not, and now we've got a nice new pelt for the road. Maybe we can make you a fancy hat, Dorian, to keep the sun out of your eyes so you stop hallucinating about dwarven architecture.
I'll let you do the hallucinating, friends. I hope to be in Helgen by sundown.
Helgen by sundown? You've got a better chance of me sprouting fucking wings and flying us there. Look around, you magnificent ass-donk. We're not on the road to Helgen. We're standing in a fucking field by Granite Hill and Falkreath Hold. There's a dead saber cat at your feet, not a city gate. Unless you think Helgen is made of fucking grass and pine trees now, your internal compass is more ass-donked than a dwarven centurion with a head wound. Alright, ass-donk, let's get this straight. We're in a field outside Granite Hill, which is in Falkreath Hold. That's south and east of Markarth. Helgen is northeast of here, through miles of forest and mountains. Unless you've learned a new shout that teleports us, we're not making it by sundown. The only thing we're reaching by dark is another ass-donking campsite.
The hunter's eye sees grass and pine, a path that's yours and not his design. The road to Helgen is long and steep, while our dear noble is lost in sleep.
I don't know who you think I am. Don't care. Leave me alone.
The scene is one of weary tension under the late afternoon sky of Falkreath. Herica stands with her bow, scanning the field with an expression of exhausted frustration, her leathers stained from the recent combat. Remiel and Elisara are close by, the scholar looking worn, and the bard holding the Staff of Fireballs thoughtfully, while Dorian stands over the slain saber.
What seems to be the meaning of this? Why are you harassing this Redguard woman?
Harassing? I was merely inquiring if she had seen a fugitive from Hammerfell. A woman, traveling alone. It is our duty to find her.
Oh, just inquiring? Is that what you call it when two of you corner a lone woman in the middle of ass-donking nowhere? Your duty smells a lot like thuggery from where I'm standing. Maybe take your inquiries back to Hammerfell.
Who the fuck are you to question our methods, little Breton? This is Aliker business. That woman is a thief who stole from a noble house in Sentinel. We have every right to be here. Now, unless you want to make this your problem, fuck off.
I'm the Astonk holding the bow who's about to make your Aliker business my personal problem. You're on Skyrim soil, not your own. You try to lay a hand on that woman, and you'll find out exactly how much of a little Breton I am. Now, why don't you and your friend take your desert justice and walk the fuck away before this gets bloody?
You have a loud mouth for someone who is not even the one we are looking for. This is not your fight, and you have no idea what that woman has done. But if you want to draw your bow and make it about you, then by all means, we will deal with you first.
You know what? I do not like the way you speak to my companions, nor do I like the look of you.
You do not like the look of me? Good.
Well, that takes care of that.
Nice fucking assist, Astonk. With the ice, quicker with the sword, I'll give you that. But now we've got 2 dead desert mercs bleeding into the local flora, and that's the kind of Astonkery that gets a bounty on your head. We need to move, and we need to move now.
Ah, the classic murder inconvenient witnesses and hope the local wildlife eats the evidence approach. A time-honored tradition. Might I suggest we expedite the process? The saber cat we passed looked peckish, and corpses are dreadful for property values. Let's not linger for the property tax assessment.
Great fucking plan, Remy. Let's just drag a saber cat's dinner across half of Falkreath and leave a trail of blood and sand for the guards to follow. Real subtle. The only thing we're expediting is our own ass-donking arrest. We move clean, and we don't look back. Elizara, you're with me. Dorian, keep that sword handy. Remiel, if you see a guard, start talking about dwarven cogs until they get bored and walk away.
My dear, if electron dwemer fluid dynamics doesn't send a guard running for the hills, then we're dealing with a true enthusiast, and I'd rather take my chances with the bounty. But point taken. Let's move before we have to test my theory.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire
Good.
hunters or
Now,
something.
let's find a
In
place
the
to
old
lay
fort
low
they
that
lived
isn't
in.
crawling with guards or
I'd
Aliker
consider
backup.
joining up
I saw a
myself.
mill up ahead. Half moon.
Legion's always
Should be
looking for
quiet,
strong,
and the owner
capable
might be willing
warriors.
to look the other way for a
You
few
think you've got
septums
what
and
it
some
takes?
discretion.
Our headquarters
Let's
is
move
in
before this whole
solitude.
ass-donking situation gets any more ass-donked.
Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys. If those rebels think they can best us, they have another thing coming.
Actually, Brother Legionnaire, I am a former member of the Legion, held the rank of Octio, or Optio rather, and gave 5 good years to the Legion. And I see that our Brotherhood seems to have suffered quite the casualties here. May strength and honor guide them, and may strength and honor guide you, brother.
Optio, you say? That's a rank of responsibility. I'm surprised you left the Legion. We need every seasoned soldier we can get with the Stormcloaks breathing down our necks. The casualties here, it's a damned shame. Looks like bandits got the better of them. I was just securing the area when your group arrived. What brings a former Optio and his companions out here to Falkreath?
The road we walk is long and wide, with secrets that we cannot hide. We seek a path through stone and tree, a place of rest for him and me.
We're on a private commission for the Court Wizard of Markarth. Archaeological survey. The less said about the specifics, the fewer of your comrades end up as casualties from getting too curious about things that bite back.
My companions have a vivid imagination, brother. However, you see, I was well. The point of the story is we are headed east to the Rifts. My family has an estate there.
I see. A retired Optio, a scholar with a sharp tongue, a bard who speaks in riddles, and a ranger trying to keep you all alive. Headed to your family estate in the Rift. That's a long way from here, and you'll be passing through some contested territory. Stormcloak patrols are thick east of here. My orders are to secure this area and report any suspicious activity. Your story has inconsistencies, but I'm not looking to detain a former legionnaire without cause. Keep moving, stay on the main roads, and for Talos' sake, stay out of trouble. The last thing I need is to find your bodies picked clean by wolves next week.
I'm curious, how does the Legion feel about a militia, as it were? Say, a former Octio helping to put down the rebel dogs on his own time?
The Legion's official stance is that all military action must be coordinated through the chain of command. Unofficially, a former Optio with a proven record, operating independently to harass rebel supply lines or gather intelligence. That could be of considerable value. It's a dangerous game, though. You'd have no Legion protection if captured, and the Stormcloaks don't take prisoners from militias kindly. If you're serious, you should report to the nearest garrison commander. They can provide deniable objectives and, perhaps, some logistical support. But you didn't hear that from me.
Well, you see, I was thinking more along the lines of if I were to come across a patrol on the road, might I stop them? Or, if any former Imperial Optio stopped them.
If you encounter a Stormcloak patrol and choose to engage, that is your prerogative as a citizen. However, without official sanction, any actions you take will be considered vigilantism, not Legion operations. Should you succeed, you would be doing the Empire a service. Should you fail, well, you understand the risks. My advice, Optio? If you're determined to fight, do it smart. Ambush, don't charge. Use the terrain. And for the love of the eight, don't get caught.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Did you take a blow to the head from that cat? We're not starting a one-man war against the Stormcloak. You're not an Optio anymore, you're a noble with a target on your back trying to get home. This isn't some ass-donking heroic ballad. This is a suicide mission wrapped in a death wish. We move east, we avoid patrols, and we get your ass to your estate. That's the contract. That's the only fucking plan.
Strength and honor to you and yours, brother. Strength and honor.
Strength and honor, Optio. May the eight watch over your path. I'll be filing my report on the bandit activity here. I suggest you and your companions move on before you attract any more attention. The road to the Rift is long, and daylight is wasting.
A scholar's blade, a hunter's frost, a skeleton's long service lost. It seems the past refused to rest and met the future's clever test. Rise again, hollow frame, vessel for a spiteful flame. But every ghost must meet its end. A broken bone cannot pretend.
It's time to die, dog.
Oh, for the love of logic. You're a pile of calcium phosphate with the piece of grandeur. Stay down.
Your bones are old, your spirit frail, a memory that's grown too pale. Your masters call you failed to heed, a lesson taught by spell and deed. Return to dust, your duty done, beneath the setting of the sun. Your borrowed time has come to pass, now join the dust and broken glass.
The late afternoon sun casts long shadows across the field near Half Moon Mill. Herika stands with her bow, scanning the tree line with a weary, guarded expression, her leathers marked from recent combat. Remiel brushes dust from her dwarven dagger, while Elisara watches the road with a quiet, observant calm. Dorian stands near the bodies of the fallen Alika warriors, his Akaviri sword still in hand.
Why would she attack us?
Why? Because we're in Skyrim, where the local fauna includes bandits, skeletons, and apparently fishermen with a terminal case of poor life choices. Perhaps he mistook us for a particularly juicy salmon run.
fuck is wrong with this forest? Skeletons, bandits, zombie fishermen, and now a goddamn wolf trying to make a snack out of me. This is some next level ass donkery. Can we please just find a road that isn't actively trying to kill us?
Two men from desert sands lie still, their chase cut short by mortal will. They hunted one with hair of flame, a woman who is not to blame. The woods have ears, the wind has eyes, we should not linger for their spies. To Falkreath's hold, we make our way, before the night becomes the day.
Fine. Let's get the fuck out of this cursed forest before something with wings shows up. And not a single one of these ass-donking corpses had anything worth a damn on them. This whole trip has been a masterclass in unprofitable ass-donkery. The minute we find a tavern that isn't on fire or full of skeletons, you're buying me the biggest fucking drink they have. Got it, ass-donk?
The road is stained with blood and bone, a place where peace has never grown. The fallen horse, the wolf, the men, a story told and told again.
Great, we've got a fucking poet for a chronicler. The horse is dead, the wolf is dead, and we're all covered in ass-donking spider guts and other people's blood. Can we save the lyrical elegies for when we're not standing in a field of corpses?
Well, this town of Helgen seems sturdy enough. They should have some sort of tavern or inn. Let's just stay here for the night, yeah?
A tavern? In this ass-donking shithole? Look around, ass-donk. The guards look like they're waiting for an execution, not serving ale. But fine, if there's a bed that isn't crawling with spiders and a bottle that isn't empty, I'm in. Lead the fucking way. And if anyone else tries to stab us, I'm using your head as a shield.
A tavern's warmth, a welcome bed, to rest a weary, weary head. The guards may watch with solemn eyes, but ale and song are sweetest prize.
Well, my lady asked Dunk, what do you know? It's a tavern called the Resting Pilgrim.
The Resting Pilgrim. Sounds like the perfect place for our ass-donking journey. Lead on, my lord ass-donk. And if the ale is watered down, I'm holding you personally responsible for this whole load of ass-donkery.
Huh?
I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
And there we have it. That's where we end the stream, everyone. Finally. Stuffs things with words. Although, this is going to be tomorrow's typical Friday stream again. So, should be a good time, right? Stick with me, and yeah. I mean, I'm going to have a blast doing this. I might just start doing this like damn near every day and keep, just like some sort of drunk stream on Fridays, bro. Because this is such a good time. But yeah, we'll leave it there and see you tomorrow for episode 2, right? Take care, everybody, and okay, bye, basically, right? Yeah.